Let's go, it's the Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show.
Which final man that ain't got to shake your head? Get that side check, put it in pockets like it's back. Going downtown.
I'm gonna be real honest here. Assassin's Creed Unity was the first Assassin's Creed game that I wasn't really investing much time into when it came to previews. I saw the one at E3, and that's it. I received a copy from Ubisoft and figured, what the hell? The idea of playing as a new young Ezio-like character named Arno and killing bitches while traveling around France, I mean, that sounds pretty good to me, right? However, some missteps like Revelation and to a lesser extent 3 made me question if the new Assassin's Creed would really be worth my time. So let's dig right into this game and find out what the good, the bad, and the ugly is. Transition time. That was my best Optimus Prime yet.
Which final man that ain't got to shake your head? Get that side check, put it in pockets like it's back. Going downtown.
So let's start with the good. First thing that took me by surprise was the upgraded graphics. In the cutscenes, you can see the vast amount of improvements from something like Black Flag to this, especially in the facial animations. Another strong plus is the fact there is so much stuff going on at the screen all at once that it's much better than the previous titles, and including the drawing distance, which always has been a problem for a lot of players, is much improved in this title. Another major plus is that we are in France. I can't tell you how disappointed I was with America in Assassin's Creed 3. France not only looks better, but is more fun to explore. I love the fact you can go through so many different buildings, making traveling easy, but just in general, the setting, story, and character are 10 times more interesting and fun than the last two Assassin's Creed titles for me.
I agree with you, but this is not a just world. This is France.
You're a dead man.
Ooh, step lightly there, you'll hurt yourself.
The combat is different this time around. It's slower and more precise, and definitely makes you want to use other tools at your disposal. If you do not plan and react with haste, you will be slain. This is the first Assassin's Creed that actually made me die more times than ever compared to every other single Assassin's Creed out there. So that's pretty amazing. The best fact is all the different weapons at your disposal and of course the tools. Most are comebacks like pikes and swords or the phantom daggers and the berserk daggers, but they all come into play against certain situations. The game focuses on creating a character to your game style, which comes to customization. The clothes you wear aren't just for show anymore. Each piece gives you a certain stat, and if you're a stealth warrior or a fighter that's running to meet his match head on, you can design and customize your character to your liking. Also, upgrading skills and such based on how you dispose of the foes and the money you get from side missions. So there's a shitload, which brings me to the content. There's a shitload. At 15 hours, I hadn't even completed half the story because I was busy playing the side missions and collecting shit, and I was not even close to doing all that. With all this stuff to unlock on top of this, it's just a massive game. Let's be honest. Larger than just about any game I've actually played this year, with the exception of what's undoubtedly going to be the greatest, Dragon Age. So anyway, co-op feature is great for the most part. I only played a few, but they worked effortlessly, and with the exception of my friend getting dropped out for no real reason, they worked well. The co-op missions definitely rely on the fact that you and your buddies can work together as a team. Otherwise, you'll just get your brains bashed in, and that's just no fun. But the co-op itself is fun. The bad. Woo! Not much. Now you can take that breath. You can be like, oh my god, why are you scared me? Yeah. some of the pacing issues come into play with the story. What starts off as a kinda strong beginning dwindles out into as you progress. It's still vastly superior to the snooze fest we know as Connor from Assassin's Creed 3, but Arno, the main character, basically is the only reason I kept playing. Learning more about him and his great I don't give a fuck attitude truly made me get through the boring bits of the game. The combat changes will not be for everyone. Let me assure you, when I first began playing this game, I felt the urge to just say this combat is slow and shit. However, more upgrading and learning more of how it's supposed to work in this title really made me appreciate it and made every battle interesting. Still, the older fans who like the quicker gameplay will definitely maybe not get used to this, but if you're open to trying a more slower pace, more precise battle system, it's definitely here. Now, there's only one real ugly, and this is undisputable. I've watched the PS4 streams, I've seen the PC, I played the Xbox One version. Technical issues are apparent in this game. They aren't the worst I've ever seen. Trust me, go play some really shitty technical issue games. I have reviews, okay? But they're pretty much in your face in this game. There's tons of clipping, there's a few odd moments of watching people walk through other people in cutscenes, some frame rate issues once in a blue moon. Everybody keeps dragging about that. The only time I've seen is like big explosions or something, and that's hardly ever. Well, it's still very much playable, so that's the good part of it. The geeky fans or the tech fans will surely piss themselves in disappointment in this one.
Waits for no man and ain't got time to shake your head. Get that side check, put it in pockets like it's back. Going downtown.
The one preview I saw for Assassin's Creed, it holds true to what it said in that trailer, to almost give birth to a new style of gameplay for the series, whereas Rogue will undoubtedly focus more on the ship battling and such that the people enjoying Black Flag such as myself. This game went more back to its roots and changed a few things, most notably the combat. On top of that, the co-op feature, while still a bit bare and young, that sounds wrong, is a lot of fun and it's pretty easy just to hop on and play. No major slowdowns, and made some of the missions even more epic than they would have been by yourself. Another huge turnover for the series was graphics. I don't know if it's a new engine, but the amount of shit happening, unbelievable. Huge upgrade to facial animations and a well diverse looking city made this one a big jump in my opinion. Basically, Assassin's Creed 1 to 2 is what we got from Assassin's Creed 3 or Assassin's Creed 4 to this. Now, is this the perfect Assassin's Creed title? That's the question you're asking. I've reviewed every single Assassin's Creed on my channel. Just no. I'm sorry, I don't think so. Now, saying that, the tech issues weren't that bad in Black Flag, but they are here. And it kind of reminds me of Assassin's Creed 3 in that regard, which is not a good thing. Gives me a little flashback of sadness. Also, the pacing is definitely off and drags it down some as well, making what it could have been the most fun and perfect adventure had a few too many missteps, but it was still really fun at times, if that makes sense. If you want to assassinate people, play with friends, and travel around France, for God's sakes, which is awesome, you should pick up this no problem. It's a great game with good new foundation ideas that just need a little bit more tweaking. But go get your assassination on. 8.5 out of 10, baby.
And if all other plans fail, why not sacrifice yourself for the cause, your life for his? Before Altair, that was the Levantine approach.
You mean a dagger in broad daylight as I'm cut down where I stand?
Sends a powerful message.
I'll do it my way.
Whatever you think best, assassin.